soldiers. We should be trained in those things. And so again, my question that I had after 5 years of doing this is like, what type of sort of training ground, reminders that we have about these virtues, how to grow in leadership. So the first type of we're going to talk about is magnanimity. Magnanimity and humility are the principal virtues of the heart, and they constitute the essence of leadership. And again, this is some of Dr. Havard's insights, H-A-V-A-R-D, not Harvard, but Havard. And he said he spent 2 years studying this. He gives leadership conferences and talks all over the world, and he recognized that it took him 2 years to figure out what were the most key virtues for leadership. And this is his studies, and he's based on, and we know that it's something sound because he quotes a lot from Aristotle, St. Thomas Aquinas, and Jose Maria Escrivá, because he's also a member of Opus Dei, but we can use his insights for our own purposes, and recognize that he says that these are the two key virtues of leadership: to be great of soul, and also to be humble. And that helps to inspire those that are underneath us. Magnanimity and humility are the principal virtues of the heart, and they constitute the essence of leadership. That's sort of rule number one that he discovered. Magnanimity is the habit of striving for great things. Leaders are magnanimous in their dreams, in their visions, and their sense of mission. Also in their capacity to challenge themselves and those around them. So they have great hearts, they have a great vision. We see this, of course, in the example of Christ and St. Paul and the apostles. Once God hits you over the head, it's like, here's what I have to do. And, you know, a young man who's called to the priesthood recognizes, I need to give my life for something. This is my mission. Families have a mission. We often forget that. I mean, it's just, everything's so messed up today. It's like we need to start fixing things. Marriage prep. Do we train married couples and say, this is not leadership? Marriage isn't the default position of people. You have to discern this. You have to discern marriage, and then discern marriage with this particular person. And in fact, when I talk to other priests, because I'm not involved with a whole lot of marriage prep, because I'm not a diocesan priest, but the very good ones that I only plagiarize from the best. The very good ones that I find, who have insights, they tell me that when they go through a thorough marriage prep program with them, not send someone off to some pre-Cana weekend or something, is that one interview, then you go to some retreat and they get married. The pastor takes the couple, meets with them once every 3 weeks for an hour, and talks with them, sometimes individually, over the course of 8 months. You know what happens? 1 out of 3 of those couples split up. 1 out of 3. And what that means is, he's saving them from divorce later on. Yeah. And they recognize they're not made for each other. When do we sit down and talk with people and figure those things out? I know one priest, he was a college chaplain at Champaign-Urbana in Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and it was like that college campus had like 25,000 people. The Catholic chaplaincy, it's a whole building. It has like, he transformed it. It's actually Monsignor Stuart Swetland, who's no longer there, but he did this like 10 years ago. And he was at Mount St. Mary's, and in fact, he taught me marriage prep when I was there as a seminarian. And he said his own experience was, he had prepared 500 couples for marriage, and that was his figure. Also, 1 out of 3, by the end of the marriage prep, they decided mutually that, that they shouldn't get married, that they were really not fit for each other.